marriage. I do have one person I want to recognize today, and that is my daughter.
Aww.
My daughter, Christina, most of you know her, if not all of you. Everybody said how beautiful this banquet was today. I want to tell you that this girl is my backbone. She has helped me every single year set these banquets up. And she deserves as much recognition for this as I do. So I would like everybody just to give her a round of applause for her.
Good job, Christina.
I was going to buy her some roses. And I decided to do that. But I've got roses that will never die.
Aww.
These roses are wood. They're made out of
Oh my
wood.
gosh.
They're
They look
wood
real.
roses.
They do.
They will never die.
Aww.
You don't have to worry about watering them. They'll be with you for the rest of your life and mine, hopefully. And I have a beautiful card for you. One that is going to be difficult for me to actually give. It is a message that was totally led by God. I think I probably tell you every year that before I do the message, I pray and I ask God for His wisdom for what He wants me to do. And I was looking at some articles, and then all of a sudden, this popped up in front of my face. So, if I get a little teary-eyed, y'all please forgive me. It's very close to home. Okay. I'll just say home. So it is called exactly what you guys have seen on the flyers, reflection, the woman God sees. And I'm just going to read this. I'm not going to try to tell it, I'm just going to read it to you, okay? So I'm going to start the message today by telling you this story. Once upon a time, there was a girl who grew up in a poor household, along with her 2 older brothers and 2 younger sisters. She was raised by her mother and stepfather. The family constantly struggled financially with a lack of money. Her stepfather was an alcoholic, which made life very difficult. And please don't take this personally. He was verbally, physically, and emotionally abusive to her mother, which caused her to have much bitterness towards her stepfather. The girl's mother struggled with depression due to an abusive childhood by her own stepfather, and now an abusive marriage. As the oldest of 3 children still at home, the girl often cared for her younger sisters when their parents were away. There came a time when she was able to start going to Sunday school with a family friend, and she was picked up by the church bus. As time went on, she accepted Jesus as her Savior, and her mother and younger sisters began going to church, and her mother accepted Jesus as her Savior also. As years went by, she was now an adult and married. Her stepfather had stopped drinking and accepted Jesus as his Savior. Praise the Lord. Over time, he suffered from widespread pain and was initially diagnosed with arthritis. though it was later discovered that he had 2 different types of cancer, and he was terminal. Due to the cancer being in the last stages, he was hospitalized for radiation treatments, thinking that that might give him a few more days or weeks to go. She knew at that time she needed to make things right with her stepfather before he passed away. She went to the hospital to see him and was met by her mother, who told her that he didn't have much time left and that he was in a semi-coma and not able to talk. She went to her stepfather's room to visit. She told him that she forgave him for all the mistreatment that he gave to her mother and mistreatment given to her brothers and herself while growing up. She also asked for his forgiveness for any action on her part that might have caused him to be upset or to act that way. He passed away within 1 week of his first radiation treatment. You probably wouldn't want to be that woman, right? And as I started to say, what if I told you that yes, I am that woman? Does it surprise you? Before you knew my story, you may have thought of me differently. Maybe because I smile a lot. Maybe because of conversations that we had in church. You may have assumed that I had a decent life all the way through. My younger years was not so much. Does it surprise you now that you know the truth about my story? That'd be really nice, isn't it? You grab it. That works. I think that sometimes people have misconception that Christians are supposed to have perfect lives and be perfect people. And I would probably say that I think that we often put a persona that we want other people to see while we are hiding the struggles and the heartaches that we may be dealing with in a private setting or within our homes. Maybe you have a great overall life, and if you have, that's wonderful. But I can't help but think that every single one of us goes through a valley that has made us feel alone, maybe depressed, maybe even separated from God. If you ever hit rock bottom, you know that it is the worst, hopeless feeling in the world. And maybe you're going through something right now. Maybe you're going through something that you are feeling at the bottom of the market. Let me tell you a little secret. You will never be able to get out of your pit on your own. You may try different things that seem to work, but eventually, everything that you try will fall short. God never promised that He would always be happy or have perfect lives when we have Jesus as our Savior. Josh, are we able to play that back here? Or no? Okay. All right. I'm going to keep going. So, excuse me. God never promised that we would always be happy and have perfect lives. But when we have Jesus as our Savior, here. But the good news is that Jesus can carry you out of your pit. Jesus can walk beside you through the valley. Jesus can fill the hopelessness in your life. Jesus can blot out the sins of your life. One of my favorite Bible verses is Isaiah 40:29 through 31. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. So our theme today is reflections, the one God sees. The name of God that Hannah, who was an Egyptian slave, gave God this name, El Roi, which means the God who sees me. Hagar said, she gave this name to the Lord who spoke to her. She said, you are the God who sees me. I have now seen the one who sees me. So one last thing that I want to say. God is my heavenly rock. But my mother was my earthly rock. Growing up and through my adulthood, she was there for me whenever I needed someone to talk to. She was my best friend. She always had my back. I always knew that I could depend on her, and she could depend on me. She is now walking the streets of gold and enjoying a pain-free and glorious life with those who don't know before her. I can only imagine what it would be like to stand one day in God's presence. I was going to have the song by Mercy Me be played, but unfortunately we're not able to do that back here this time. The sound is not working right. So, but I just want to say that to me, this was the closest and best Mother's Day banquet for many reasons. I want to say that I appreciate all of you that have come today, all of you that have been here consistently to the Mother's Day banquets. You've supported these banquets every year, and I so appreciate all of that. And I say that to say my one last thing. Today will be my last Mother's Day banquet. I'm sorry if that shocks a lot of you. It's just I can't do them anymore. I love doing them, I truly do, and have loved doing them. But my reason for that, my husband has Parkinson's. If you don't know that already, he has Parkinson's, and he's having some struggles right now with his feet and legs. So he's not at a real bad point right now, but I don't know what next year will be like. So this, my friends, will be my last Mother's Day that I have here. Just because I need to be able to make sure that I am available for my husband. Right now, I've been worrying about it, but I haven't gotten any response button calls, so everything should be fine. But I know God is his strength and he's my strength. And he gets us through each and every day. But thank you all for being here. Thank you all for supporting me in these Mother's Day banquets. I've enjoyed every single one of them. And I love you all. Thank you so much.